What's going on, YouTube? It's James with Saurian Fantasy Battle Report. I got another battle report for you today. Is Mountain Mayhem round number 5, guys. If you guys ever wonder when I'm making these videos and you hear the "what's going on," it kind of sounds like I'm like yawning and stretching at the same time. It's kind of pretty much what I'm doing. I'm like, all right, I'm waking myself up to do this battle report. Anyways, guys, what's going on? So, Mountain Mayhem. It's been a road that I've had a rough time with. I had a small loss against Pretty Boy. I had a big loss against Brandon Phelps. I had a decent win over Cassidy and Brian Hulley. So my last round, I'm just pulling info up really quick. I'm playing Alex Hall. Now, I've never fought Alex Hall before. This is a new one for me. I believe he's a returning player, but he is playing Saurian Ancient Army. Now, let's go over what I have. Let's go over what he has. Now, one of my friends, Mr. Carl Eric, was asking, how come I don't post the video list? Man, I ain't got time for that. You want me to put lists up? I barely get the battle reports up. Anyways, I mean, these are like how many months old? It's extra work. Anyways, here we go. Here's my magic. My magic, I ended up getting Hand of Heaven, Smite the Unbeliever, Cleansing Fire, Wrath of Gork, and I got the reroll hit spell. Also, currently at this table, when I'm getting that reroll hit card, my friend next to me, Mark Charloni, actually had the card printed out, so I actually switched it out in the middle of the game. I also got Waken the Beast and Savage Fury, and of course the Wog. Now for my opponent here, as you can see on the top right, he has a giant block of Temple Guard. These are a Saurian bodyguard unit with the big Slan. On the left, he has a giant block of Saurian Ancients. Then he has a unit of Skinks. This is all his scoring units. Now, over in this corner, he has, you can't really tell what it is, but you'll see it in the game. He has a giant block of Crocs. I mean, like 7 or 8 Crocs. Crocsagore, or whatever they're called now. I don't know their real name. And I know I signed that thing saying I won't call anything by the old names, but damn, I don't know their fucking name. They're Crocsagores. Anyways, he has a couple salamanders. Over here he has... Oh, there's the Crocs. What the fuck was that picture then? Oh. Anyways, he has the Temple of the Gods, I think that is. The Engine of the Gods. He has a couple Razorbacks and a couple Swarms. Swarms are actually really annoying, as you can see. I go ahead and I drop everything. I want to say this was classic battle line, and I'm trying to think of the scenario. We'll see the scenario in a bit. We'll get a good idea for it. Might be breakthrough, though. I don't feel like we've done a breakthrough yet. Alright, so, as you can see, that's how I deployed. I go ahead and put my dogs on the far left, kind of just to see if he was going to drop anything over there. I also just put him out of my way. My thought process is if he has the Razorbacks, I could hide my spider in the trees, the more expensive spider, and also try to get into the flank. I put the K-Pack in the center because I figured anything he puts in the middle, I could kind of just charge it, especially the Temple Guard, especially whatever. And then I put the 2 units to the sides of the K-Pack. I also put the crossbows on the hill because why not? Gives them the best advantage shot. My opponent does a really good job not getting shot, though, even though I have a good sight of the middle of the field with my crossbow orcs. And then on the right, I have the A-Rock. Now, as you can see, he started deploying. He put 1 salamander in the forest, or I want to say it's a salamander. Might be a Razorback. Then he has his Saurian Ancients on the right, and then his Temple Guard on the left and the center. But then here's where he deploys everything else. Now, he does have the one character. This one character is like a Koopa-like character on a pterodactyl, which basically he's a decent fighter, has a good armor save, is fireborn, and he's just going to fly around and fight who he wants. But he's kind of just putting it in the middle. And it's one of those scenarios that it's basically chaff. Like, if I charge him, he'll flee and just redirect, and it causes me to just waste a turn charging, right? But if I don't charge, he's going to just basically cause it where he could charge into my crossbows or my K-Pack, and that's an issue. He has Crocs on the hill. He has his, I want to say it was a Temple Engine of the Gods. Don't shoot me if I'm wrong. Don't shoot me if I'm right either. But I want to live. But I want to say it's a Temple Guard or Engine to give him a 5 ward against shooting. He has a Swarms in the center, and then he has his little Archer unit in the back. He also has another Razordon on the left somewhere, but it's not on this picture. There it is. Alright. So that's how it looks. He took his Vanguard. I actually moved my dogs back towards my general. He moves. I've just been doing that lately, where I just take the Vanguard unit and be like, I'm not going that way. He goes ahead and Vanguards up in the middle of the field, and it's going to go ahead and start off my turn. Orcs and Goblins, turn 1. Orcs and Goblins, turn 1. I don't charge this guy. I'm like, you know what? He has a long charge range. What I'm going to do is I move the K-Pack back, and I move the dogs back where he has to make like a 12 charge to get to them. And I put the savages in a spot where I'm fine with. I put the crossbow orcs where they're going to shoot him. I don't care if he charges the A-Rock. And the black orcs, I don't care if he charges. It looks like it's hold the center because there's a dot right in the middle. Anyways, turn 1 or magic. Magic, I got 2 on the flux. Go ahead and I do a cleansing fire on my feral orc champion, and I freaking pull. I try to do it where I could kill, do a wound onto him this way. I go ahead and I do a hand of heaven though. Hand of heaven actually does 2 wounds. Or no, I'm sorry. Hand of heaven fails to wound. The cleansing fire on the shooting phase does 2 wounds and puts him in a dangerous spot. Then my crossbow orcs go ahead and shoot and suck, take that guy out. Maybe I shouldn't have took the crossbow orcs out of the list. They actually killed something. It's going to start off turn 1. Saurian Ancient. Saurian Ancient's turn 1. He moves up his swarms, which are a pain in the ass. He moves up his Croxagore over there. Out of my line of sight of my Space Rock. My Space Rock can't fight the Crocs. The Crocs are like strength 7, I want to say. They'll just fuck up my Space Rock. Anyways, magic, he got a 7. Goes ahead and he does Portent of Doom. Is that what it's called? Yeah, Portent of Doom. I don't remember if this actually matters. I think he tried to do this for my March check. I don't really remember. If it messes up my magic, that's what it does. He does a couple of magic missiles here into my dogs, kills off 3 dogs, his little freaking piggy here. And then over here he's going to start shooting with the Razodon, ends up killing off 2 savage or black orcs. This Razodon's going to start shooting to the feral orcs, does 2 wounds. These little archers here are going to start shooting into my savage orcs, can do 1 wound. And it's going to start off turn 2 orcs and goblins. Turn 2 orcs and goblins. I'm going to charge that bastard in the forest. Fuck that. The A-Rock's like, I'm sick of your shit. I'm charging. My A-Rock has turned into, if you guys haven't noticed, my A-Rock turned into a very expensive chaff unit that hunts war machines. She's always just like running back there like, I killed archers, I killed freaking war machines, I'm chasing your backlines, oh shit, I'm gonna lose, let me redirect you. But anyway, she chases this guy. Actually, I believe he rallies on the edge of the table. I don't remember though. Again, this game happened like 3 or 4 months ago. It's been a while. I'm gonna go ahead and do a hand of heaven onto this Razodon. Ends up doing a wound. Over here I do a Wrath of Gork right onto his temple guard. I'm like, fuck it, I gotta just start pushing him away from the center or towards the center, towards me or away from me, either way, but I gotta push him. Go ahead and I do a cleansing fire onto my general, and I got a strength 5 on it. What I end up doing is try to burn off a swarm unit with it. Over here I'm going to do some crossbow orc action into the swarms, do 3 wounds. Over here these guys are going to start shooting into the swarms and do a couple more wounds. They only have like 2 wounds left on this swarm, and it's going to start off his turn 2. Saurian Ancients. Saurian Ancients turn 2. He's going to go ahead. I don't think he does any charges. I did move my spider away from the Crocs, and I did angle myself, so I'm giving him front charges into my black orcs. If he wants to go into the black orcs, it might not be that bad, to be honest. I think he would need a combo charge, though. I think he would need a combo charge if he was to go into black orcs with the Crocs, because he won't kill all of my guys. He would kill a good chunk, but he won't kill all of my guys, and if he does get in, and then I will just do a good chunk of damage back. And as you can see, he ends up just chaffing me. He chaffs me with the swarms on the right, chaffs me on the swarms on the left. He goes ahead and moves up all his units. And basically, he's realizing that I'm holding the center objective, so he needs to get some points and get the center objective. Magic, he rolls an 8 on the flux, goes ahead and does Portent of Doom again, goes ahead and does Guiding Light on these guys. This bastard's going to start shooting more magic missile into my feral orcs, which this is starting to hurt because now you're taking out my ranks. He does 3 here. Now the Wrath of the Foot of Gork comes down. I'm calling it the Foot of Gork. I don't give a flying fuck. Kills off only the back row of skinks. Now here's the funny part, and this is something I do remember. That back row of skinks, he dropped beer on it way back when. He just said like a couple months ago or whatever. He dropped beer on it, and the beer stuck the skinks onto the metal tray stronger than any fucking glue we've ever seen. We were like, dude, he can't take it off. He was like, I know. He's like, I never have. He's like, nobody ever kills 5 skinks. They either kill the unit or don't kill the unit. And I'm like, that's crazy. Anyways, I only kill a couple Temple Guard. I do 2 wounds to the engine, and I do 1 wound. I think what he was trying to do here, as you could see, was he just tried to bunker around the engine and just soften the blow of that Wrath, which he did. It does a wound onto this guy. This guy's going to start shooting into my dogs, kills off 1 more dog, and it's going to go and start off Orcs and Goblins turn 3. Orcs and Goblins turn 3. I'm going to call it the Wog, and I'm going to charge. Now, this charge he did not see whatsoever. I'm charging the K-Pack through the woods, past the swarm, into those Kroxigor. That's all I'm thinking is I have to wipe out those Kroxigor. If I could soften them up with the K-Pack, that's perfect. I have 2 spells that could help me with that, so that's basically the plan, is to lower his toughness or up their strength. I gotta kill the swarms because they're in my way, and also keep the objective. And then I also have my chaff unit behind me, which needs to go the 20 inches, and that's the main reason why I call it the Wog. I mean, it all just worked. I had a Wog anyways. Go ahead and clear out this chaff as well. And I'm going to go ahead and charge this guy and try to tear him off the table. He lives. He stands and shoots, does 1 wound. As you can see, I did not know this. The jungle swarms have DTs when you charge them. So I took 3 DTs on the left, 2 DTs on the right. That is crazy. And if this is wrong, let me know, because I don't know if the guy knows his rules or not, but I've never had experienced this. Why wouldn't people take more jungle swarms? Causes DTs on anybody who charges them? That's fucking nuts. Oh, that's nuts. Anyways, magic. Don't have the picture of the flux. I go ahead and I do the 1 spell I really want to get off. I go ahead and I try to lower his toughness. He stops it, but then I go ahead and I throw up Awaken the Beast on my K-Pack. I took 3 DTs through the forest too, by the way. And it goes off. I'm going to go ahead and start shooting here into some skinks, kill off 2 skinks. Now, we're going to go into, let me get a better picture. Alright. Man, I don't have a picture of the K-Pack impacting them. That sucks. Alright, anyways. So, we're going to go into the impact hits. Impact hits alone, I am not shitting you. With Awaken the Beast. He had 7 guys there. I'm going to do the math. Alright? He has 7 guys there, which means he has 21 wounds. 21 wounds. Impact hits alone does about 14. Because Awaken the Beast made me strength 6, so I'm wounding on 2s. And I had a beautiful roll. Then, what I never actually experienced until I did this game and this move, was I got Awaken the Beast off, and my dogs are strength 4. My goblins are strength 5 on the charge. Holy shit. I ended up doing 18 wounds. 18 fucking wounds. Holy fuck! Before he got to swing, he was like, I'd never seen anybody wipe out the Crocs that fast. I was like, I did not expect that, to be honest. I punked the unit. He's going to run. I don't remember if I chased or not. I do chase, but he actually gets away. Nobody panics. I figured if I chase, I'd be out of the line of sight of everything, but I didn't run that far. I might be in line of sight of that engine. We'll see in a minute. But that, look at that bastard. He's like, ah! He just watched all his buddies die to the power of the K-Pack. Oh my god. Let's go into turn 3. Saurian Ancients. Turn 3 Saurian Ancients. As you can see, I just wiped out the swarm. Since the flank got covered by the K-Pack, I go ahead and I just move my Pharaohs and my Black Orcs just holding the center still. I'm still holding points. Nobody's threatening my crossbow Orcs. And as you can see, my Wolf Riders have chaffed the center. So I don't care if he charges. If he charges, he's going to run towards my my unit. The A-Rock, I believe, ran off the table. I caught the guy. No, I think I just caught him, killed him, and then turned around to face the flank of his Saurian block. Oh my god, I just remembered what game this is. I just remembered what happens with that Saurian block. Anyways. Alright, over here. What is he doing? Yeah, he's going to charge. He barely sees the tip of my K-Pack, so he's going to charge here into the flank. I'm like, well, I don't know if you clear this or this. And he's like, well, if I charge forward and I charge with both units, I do. I'm like, oh, you're right. So he's going to charge forward into the dogs. He's going to go ahead and charge in like so. Boom, gets it. Alright. Now, he ends up getting know thy enemy, so he's basically buffing these guys up for counter charges, which is very smart. He's gonna start shooting into my Iron Orcs, does 2 wounds here. These guys are gonna start shooting into Iron Orcs, don't do shit. And his fucking Croxagore rallies. Close combat, he ends up wiping out my K-Pack with the damn freaking dinosaur. And over here, I want to say he overran, and he just ran like 2 inches. I want to say that's what happened. Which, looking back at about it, I could have done something totally different. Anyways, gonna start off turn 4, Orcs and Goblins. Turn 4, Orcs and Goblins. Woo! This is how the table looks. Now it's time for some choices here. Alright, so don't think... I know for a fact, especially since he has Guiding Light up or whatever it is, that he's getting like plus offensive skill and agility on that unit. I'm not going to be able to win that combat with the Feral Orcs. I know that. I go ahead and I believe I charge these skinks just to get them out of the way. I do. What I end up doing is I end up backing up with my Feral Orcs. Oh, here's a picture. I charged with the Black Orcs. I want to say I charged with the Spider into the flank, and I failed the charge, which I was really hoping to make. Because if the Spider got into the flank, I could hold with my General's leadership, and I'll be steadfast, and it'll give me enough time to get counter charges with the Black Orcs and the Feral Orcs, right? But I didn't want to charge the Spider and the Feral Orcs, because if I charge the Feral Orcs, they'll get in, the Spider fails, I'm fucked, I lose my Feral Orcs, so I don't. What ends up happening here, I end up doing a cleansing fire to kill that fucking one Croxagore guy. I end up doing a hand of heaven onto the freaking engine, and I think, do I kill him? The cleansing fire kills this guy. The hand does, I think it might have done a wound to the engine. Black Orcs kill the skinks, and that's all that really happened on my turn. It's gonna be his turn. Saurian Ancient's turn 4. He's going to charge it to my ferals, as he should. He gets in like so, right? He charges his freaking, his engine into my Iron Orcs, which I feel this was a mistake. I think he did this to, it might have been is it like a Stegodon? Where it has impact hits? Maybe? I don't know. Anyways, I do feel like this is a mistake because my general is kind of beefy in there, and I don't know if he's trying to character assassinate or he's just trying to kill enough with impact hits and thunder stomps where it's going to hold him. But basically, you'll see what happens. Maybe it does. He does hold, because I only got 4 guys touching him. And then he moves his Saurian Ancients towards the center because he realizes I'm still holding the objective. Magic got a 1 on the flux, goes ahead and he does know thy enemy here, which okay. And as you can see, this is a very big move here. He doesn't kill all my savages. He kills enough and he chases, but he doesn't chase far. He overruns really short, and I get away. He did kill a good chunk of my savages, but he didn't kill them all. There's like it looks like there's like 6 or 7 on this picture. I ran away, but I didn't turn them around because I figured it was more annoying to turn them around than turn them back around. If I rally, I did rally. Over here, though, I think it is a Stegodon because he killed about 7 of my Iron Orcs, did 2 wounds onto my general. I go back and I'm just like, boom, and I rock that motherfucker. And I turn him to the flank of his Temple Guard because right now this is probably the best time to do this. Go into the flank of a Temple Guard unit. It's gonna start off turn 5 Orcs and Goblins. Turn 5 Orcs and Goblins. So I charged the A-Rock into the flank of his Saurian Ancients. Now I needed like, I want to say I needed like a 10, and I'm gonna fucking make it. But it was the only play. If I don't do this, he's going to get into the flank of my Black Orcs. I'm going to lose my Black Orcs to Temple Guard and Saurian Ancients. So A-Rock needs to get in here. And she does. Boom! And not only that, but now you see the Space Rock is coming up to the flank. Chigo! And Chigo is just like, and I had to make sure that I was in range to do magic. I rallied the Feral Orcs, and I moved the crossbow orcs closer. I think I did this, and I was like, as I was doing it, I was like, I think this is a mistake. But A, there was nothing to shoot. B, I was like, I gotta start holding the objective. So if I need an extra unit up there, I need to start walking them closer. What I was afraid of, and this is the truth, is I lose the combat for something stupid, or I lose my general for something stupid, and then he charges into my savage, charges into my crossbow orcs, and I lose all 3 units in 1 turn. which would be like the worst case scenario. But it's not what happens. Anyways, close combat over here. I don't even know if I have magic. I think I did have magic. I have Bring the Pain. As you can see, I have the card there. So I'm re-rolling hits on these fuckers with Iron Orcs. I want to say I got Awaken the Beast off or Smite the Unbeliever. It looks like I did Smite the Unbeliever. And I just wipe out like a good 15 Temple Guard with Black Orcs. Holy shit. I am glad I didn't kick them out of my list. Holy shit, I fuck him up. Now, I could target his general, but at the same time, I'm just like, at this point, let's just keep killing the Temple Guard. My general does only have 1 wound remaining, but I think I'll be okay. Anyways, he reforms like so. He puts up Portent of Doom on me. I have Know Thy Enemy, or he puts up Know Thy Enemy. Up here, I think that's just showing, I think what happened was there's a picture of me killing Saurian Ancients up here that's missing. But as you can see, this is the A-Rock combat. Yeah, that's what happened. Because I charged the flank of him. So I killed a good chunk. He goes back, does a couple wounds. He reforms facing this way. He does a couple more wounds. He's up to 5 wounds onto my A-Rock. My A-Rock is killed. It looks like a good... I want to say they're about 6 wide. So that's 12. It looks like 15 bodies that he's killed. She's killed. Holy shit. And she's on a warpath, but basically, I think we're still stuck there. He's still stuck there. It's gonna go and off my turn. Orcs and Goblins, turn 6. Is it? Yeah, it's my turn. Orcs and Goblins, turn 6. Orcs and Goblins, turn 6. I charge in with the Savages to finish off the remainder of that Temple Guard unit, which has been dying to my Black Orcs. I charge the Space Rock into the ass of the fucking warrior block here. And then, as you can see, I'm just trying to hold the objective with everybody touching the center objective. So, as you can see, boom, boom, she gets in, of course. Magic, I get a 6 on the flux. Go ahead and I do Smite the Unbeliever on these bastards. Throw up a Cleansing Fire onto my A-Rock. The reason for that, and this is a dumb thing, is because he could challenge my Space Rock, and he figures that out. He figured it out. Maybe he figured it out because I did the Cleansing Fire onto A-Rock. Doesn't really matter, though. So I go ahead and I lower their toughness. I go ahead and I get charge in. He challenges out with the Champ into my, into Chigo, and I have to accept, but at the same time, A-Rock just fucking racks up the wounds on these guys, wipes them out. Over here, his fucking fat bastard is just getting rocked. I think he challenged at this point, and I was like, nah, I'm just gonna kill you with everything, and I do. I just kill that fat bastard. He was hoping that he lives if he challenges, and then he runs away, and on turn 6 he rallies. Right? I want to say that's exactly what he was hoping for. That wasn't what I was caring about, because I was going to get impact hits either way with the Savages. So I was just like, impact hits kills the one dude, and everybody just focuses on him. I do 3 wounds. I think he runs away and I catch him, or I just kill him outright. I think I killed him outright. But if he didn't die, that's like a 1,000-point character, so he would get a good chunk of points. But I just, like I said, I just killed him outright. And yeah. I am successful. I think this is the game I got the 20. I think the other game was like a 17 or a 15. So this actually puts me right back up in the middle after that big O0 loss. This helps me balance it out, and I end up getting a 20 at the last game. It threw me up to 13th place, which isn't horrible, but at the same time, I could have done a lot better. I was dogging this list the whole weekend I was there. I wasn't happy with it. Ryan Capps actually gave me some good advice, and I took it, which is basically putting the Shaman on a Chariot, which is a great character on the Chariot. Fucking extra wounds, you know, he doesn't have to be in combat, kind of has more mobility, and I thought that was kind of a smart idea. I love the Space Rock Chigo. I think he does tremendous amount of damage, and he's a great piece. I do change out the crossbow orcs into goblins with bows. They're coming back on the next list, Bazooka and the Horde. Without Bazooka though, just the Horde. And I think I keep most of this intact. This list. I don't think it's a horrible list. It's not the best list I've ever made. If you want to see those are the ones I was winning all year with last year. But it was fun enough, and it has enough tools to handle a lot of guys. But as you can see, this is kind of how it looks. Here's a picture of a couple of the guys gathering for the award ceremony. There's Gene Phelps. Now, I'm going to say this right now. Oh, I'll say it at the end. Never mind. But Gene's about to go over the awards. Now, the person who won Player's Choice was actually Ryan Capps. Now, if you guys haven't seen Ryan Capps' army, it is a beautiful fucking army. It's a ogre army with a pirate theme, and they all have these masks, and it's really well painted. The scenario is awesome. It's probably one of the best armies I've seen personally. Even before I knew it was his, I saw it in Spain. When I went to ETC in Spain, and I was like, that is a cool looking army. I took a bunch of pictures, then I realized, oh shit, this is Ryan Capps' army. So I think it's a beautiful army. I voted for it on Player's Choice. And there's Gene giving out his award with the dagger here. Now, Mr. Cassidy won. What did he win? What are these awards for? Maybe Best Sports? I want to say he took Best Sports. And I'm going to butcher it. I'm sorry, Gene. That's how I am. I don't even know what this knife is for. I'm not even going to show this picture. Is this the guy who took second place? I don't know. Let's look it up. Mountain Mayhem. Mountain Mayhem. This is Travis. Travis, what did he take? I don't know what Travis took. I've never met Travis before, by the way. This is the first time I've ever seen him. I'm not sure what he took, but he ended up getting 4th place, and it gave him something. Alright. 3rd place ended up going to Justin Berge, which that's a shocker, because usually whenever Justin Berge shows up to something, he takes 1st place. 2nd place actually went to Jeremy Schweitzer. Jeremy took 2nd. Now, 1st place and Best Painted both went to Ryan Capps. So Ryan Capps swept this tournament, took 1st place overall, took Best Painted, and took Player's Choice. Now here's my beef with that, Gene. This is my beef, and I know you're watching this game, Gene. I've never been to a tournament where they give Best Painted and Player's Choice to the same guy. Not saying that I needed anything, and this is the truth. I told this to Mark Charlone at Green Dragon. I have plenty of plaques on my wall. I don't need more plaques on the wall. But it just kind of like, why would you give the same guy all the awards? You know, like, spread them out, spread the wealth. You know, but it's okay. I really do congratulate Ryan Capps. He's an awesome guy. He's one of the best players I've met. He's very down to earth, and that's awesome thing, especially in wargaming, where a lot of personalities and egos kind of get up there. But yeah, he's the guy. He's the winner. Guys, I hope you enjoyed these videos. I enjoyed making them. I'll give you another picture so you don't have to stare at Ryan's armpits. Yeah, so I enjoy making these videos. If you guys enjoy my videos, hit like, hit share, hit subscribe. Show my videos off to your friends if you guys think it's good stuff to share. If you guys hate them, thumb it down. I don't give a fuck. Doesn't change my day any bit. But if you guys do enjoy my content and would like to show support, you can always go onto my Patreon and show support by donating. Any donation really helps. It all goes towards my ETC trip this year, every year. And also the camera that I'm eventually going to get. Not only that, but I am, and I'm just going to state it right now, I am going to reward those who have been my patrons for quite a while. They are going to get one of the 5 boar models that I got, the one with the sombreros. So one of the Patreon patrons who's on my patrons right now, Patreon, goddamn, that's too many Patreons. Anyways, one of the Patreon patrons is going to win the raffle for one of my custom orc with the sombreros. So the other ones will be put on eBay, but all that's going towards, like I said, going towards the camera, so that way I could give you better battle reports. Anyways, guys, besides that, let's see, Patreon, like, share, subscribe. MVP. This one, I think it's just going to go to the Black Orcs. I think the Black Orcs really held their own. Oh, no, it's the K-Pack, dude. It's definitely the K-Pack. K-Pack opened a hole in the left flank and just caused me to have not to worry about losing the Black Orcs. If the Black Orcs would have got charged with the damn Temple of the Engine of the Gods and the Crocs, I would have lost the Black Orc unit. But the K-Pack was just like, boom, and took out the Crocs. That was impressive. 19 fucking wounds. 19 wounds, or 18, no, yeah, 19 wounds. That was insane. Freaking Awaken the Beast is just like ridiculously good when you pair it with something that's already decently good. Anyways, guys, I'm gonna go ahead and call this video. It's only 30 minutes. I usually do 50 minutes on my round 5s. That's interesting. But yeah, I'm gonna say I enjoy this tournament. Gene, thanks for hosting it. Thanks a lot for watching my videos, guys. I appreciate it. And I feel like I have to say more, but I really don't. I have Hogfest videos coming up soon, and like I said, I'm going to Masters in like 2 weeks. So I'm just trying to get these videos out before then. I haven't really practiced since Hogfest. I think I got 2 games in since. So I'm kind of rusty, and plus there's new rules out, and I'm probably rusty with those too. But at the same time, I'm just kind of going to have fun. I don't expect to be winning the top. I'm barely getting into 13th place at Mountain Mayhem. So it's going to be a competitive room. I'm still me. I still know stuff, but we'll see how I do since I haven't been playing. And I know I post that, and then people are like, let's play a game, let's play a game. Dude, I get home from work, and if I'm not making this video, I'm playing Red Dead Redemption, or I'm working on my comic book, or I'm playing Hearthstone, or I'm doing something else, and I'm just like, oh, I don't want it right now. It's hard to put my mentality just to switch it, because when I go into something, I go all into something. So that's something that's really hard for me to get into. It is my busy season from work. It's January, and as you guys know, I'm a personal trainer, and this is a time where all the New Year's resolutions come in. So it is a busy season for me, and I'm going to try to get the content out at least. But I don't think I'm going to get practice games in. Anyways, guys, I hope you guys enjoy this. I'm just filling you in where I'm at. And yeah, I'll see you guys in the next video. Take care, and peace.